How the Campione saved the world from destruction. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll show a power-packed recap titled Campione. Spoiler alert, watch out and take care. Erica fought with Liliana, and Liliana overshadowed her. She told Liliana her father sold her to a king, and asked Liliana to get back to her senses. Using the raptor for an extended period of time made Godou lose his strength. While Yuri was treating him, Toma arrived and told them Erica was in danger. They got to the field. She begged Liliana to please stop the fight, but Liliana refused. Erica blackmailed Liliana with the content of her novel, so she succumbed to them and they all went to fight Vauban. He became a wolf. Erica kissed Godou, and he used the power of words through the sword to defeat the wolves. He brought out another power, Oasis. Yuri kissed Godou so he can use the sword again, and he defeated Vauban once more. Vauban used another power to control the thunder. Godou used the avatar of Goat, thereby collecting the power of all the enemies and defeating Vauban. Vauban survived again, but this time around it was sunrise as promised, so he accepted defeat. Yuri felt weak. Liliana told Godou that using the power of the goat not only takes the strength of the others, but also their life. Erica manipulated Godou and kissed him in front of everyone. Godou went on a vacation to the beach with Erica, Yuri, Lucrezia, and Ariana. They disturbed him a lot and he wanted to escape. As he ran away, he met Athena. Meanwhile, Liliana had sought Salvatore's help in dealing with a grimoire shaped like a pillar in an underground chamber. She felt she had made a wrong decision, but it was too late. Athena told Godou she feels this excited feeling and she wants him to follow her and check it out. Salvatore got to the chamber. He sliced the pillar into two, despite Liliana's warning. A green light emitted and turned into a dragon in the sky. Perseus, a dragon slayer, was notified by the light and sought to kill the dragon. Liliana begged him otherwise, but he refused. After stabbing the dragon about twice, Athena and Godou got there. Athena stopped him from killing the dragon and made the dragon disappear. She wanted to fight with the god, but Godou interrupted. Perseus directed his energy towards Godou. Liliana flew away with Godou. He said he can't fight Perseus unless he knows his history, and he hesitated kissing Liliana. As they deliberated, Perseus arrived. He used the power of the boar, but Perseus survived. He used the raptor to charge at Perseus, but he was shot by an arrow in the chest. Athena arrived. She asked Perseus not to destroy Godou's body, because Godou won't die. She told him to go and come back for a duet when Godou is better. On the sickbed, Godou met the mother of Campiones again. She encouraged him and told him to fight Perseus and kill him. Waking up beside Liliana, she was glad he was back. She apologized for not lending her lips so he could learn the secrets of Perseus. He said it wasn't worth an apology. Her maid Karen arrived. She commented that Godou must be so special because her master stayed with him when he was in bed. She also spoke about all the things he did with the girls on the mountain by the riverside. The girls tried to make calls, to no avail. Their network was off and they couldn't call. Liliana stripped herself naked and her maid took pictures. She got embarrassed and cried. She and Godou planned how to defeat Perseus. Karen asked Godou to excuse them. She told Liliana to use the opportunity of Erica's absence to get closer to Godou, as it would help their community. While Godou was outside, he spent his time reading Liliana's novel. When she saw him reading it, she got so angry. Athena came back. She asked to give them Perseus' secret on the condition that Godou would owe her a favor. Liliana rejected the offer. That night, Liliana and Godou stayed in the room and read books. But Liliana couldn't concentrate due to her emotions toward Godou. She gave Godou a mint tea that got him paralyzed. She went to Athena herself to get the secret. Rather than giving her the secret, Athena attacked her. Godou had regained his strength and walked there. He made the contract with Athena and got the secrets. Athena wished him well in his battle and left. The poison affected Godou, and he was laid to rest. The girls by the mountain realized it was Salvatore who made them stranded. He said it was because he wanted Godou to fight alone. Just when Godou got his energy back, Perseus sent to him for their second duet. Perseus had gathered a crowd for their fight so he can fuel his ego. Karen tells Liliana the only way Perseus could be defeated is if Liliana kisses Godou. When Godou came back, Liliana asked for a kiss, but he refused. The fight started and he was defeated at once. He was thrown into a room, and Liliana approached him. She asked him to please kiss him to gain his strength. He hesitated, but later relented. He used the power of words on Perseus. He exposed that Perseus wasn't the Greek god, as he is only the Persian god Mithra. Knowing he was defeated, Perseus used his power to enslave Liliana, and commanded her to fight Godou. Liliana attacked, and Godou couldn't fight back. Godou shouted her name, and she snapped back, thereby injuring Perseus with her arrow. Godou asked her to use the arrow again. She used it to pin Perseus to a wall. Godou called for the power of the bear and crushed Perseus. After the fight, Godou collapsed. Liliana wanted to kiss him when Athena arrived. She congratulated him on his win and used the healing power in her lips to heal her wound. While Perseus walked away whining about his loss, a snake attacked him from behind and swallowed him. The girls were finally released. Godou was being taken care of by Liliana when Erica arrived and attacked him with a knife because she heard he kissed Liliana. He said Liliana was only performing her duty as a knight, but Erica insisted Liliana wasn't only working as a knight. Ina, one of the shrine maids, told Yuri she had been chosen to be the wife of Godou, and they can both serve Godou together. Liliana also transferred to Godou's school, and Shizuka was so tired of her brother's relationship with girls. Yuri asked Godou to meet her at the shrine. Liliana followed him, and he met Ina at the shrine. Ina said she had been chosen to marry him, and said she could join his 3 mistresses, which were Liliana, Yuri, and Erica. He replied to her that the girls were just his friends. Yuri and Liliana were angry because of his words, but Erica was indifferent. Erica asked to speak to Ina outside. Godou and 2 girls waited for Erica, after which the other girls, feeling odd, refused the order to eat out with Godou. Erica asked Godou out and insisted to go on a date. To ensure the girls don't interrupt, she called them and told them. They were on a date and they looked at where Godou had defeated Athena. Ina interrupted. She asked Erica to a duet. They both brought out their magic sword to a fight. Godou interfered to stop them. Seeing him interfere, Ina gathered much more energy and invoked the powers of her ancestors. Godou stopped her, and he was taken underground between life and death. Seeing what happened with Godou, Erica followed him to save him, and Ina followed Erica to fight her. Athena jumped into Godou's house, met his sister, and asked for Godou. At the underground purgatory, Godou met Susanoo in the cabin, and he confessed to being Ina's guardian. Godou began to understand who Susanoo was before he retired. Meanwhile, Ina and Erica continued their intended fight. Ina fully controlled her sword and sucked out Erica's energy. Liliana and Yuri were confused as to where Godou was. Yuri had a vision that Godou was in purgatory. They saw a dark aura that had covered the earth. The starless night had happened as prophesied, and they needed Godou to fight, so they made plans to rescue him. Godou took over the fight, used the power of words, and Ina accepted defeat. Due to the fact that Erica's energy was low, she was dying. Godou tried to teleport her to the earth, to no avail. Erica felt she was dying. She said her last words. Godou unleashed one of Verithragna's spirits, which was the power of youth. He injected it into Erica and gave her divine protection. As Yuri and Liliana planned to go help Godou, they were distracted by the same serpent that killed Perseus. At the mountain, Ina reappeared in a god form. Erica fought for the god, and Godou helped Ina out of the god. The serpent took the energy on Ina's sword, and they disappeared to the shrine to meet Yuri and Liliana. The serpent was recognized to be Metis. Godou recalls that Susanoo told him Metis, who was Athena's mother, wants to swallow heaven, and the starless prophecy was actually about Metis and not Athena. Metis had swallowed Ina's sword. Godou was shocked a snake could swallow metal. Godou had exhausted all his energy, and he couldn't use his strength till the next day. Metis had also absorbed Athena's power, and Athena had lost all her memories and power. If Metis can swallow Athena, then the world would end just as prophesied. In order to prevent this, Erica asked that Godou goes into hiding with Athena while they hold up with Metis, although Godou had refused to leave his girls in danger, but he was told if he stayed with his strength, he would die. Toma drove down to take Godou to a hideout in the shrine. In the car, they realized Athena couldn't even remember her name. The girls fought against Metis, but they were nowhere near his strength. She defeated them. The next morning, Godou could now use his strength. Athena asked him who a god was, and he explained to her, but as they spoke, Metis interfered. She asked that Athena comes with her, but Godou refused and said they would have to fight for it. During the fight, Godou couldn't defeat Metis. She absorbed Athena's energy again and became very mighty. She transformed into her real self. The girls came. In order to ensure the prophecy doesn't come to realization, they all lend their strength. Yuri kissed Godou and he could reuse his sword. He used the power of words to pierce into Metis. He told her she wanted to destroy the world as revenge for what her husband Zeus did to her. When he exhausted Yuri's kiss, Liliana kissed him to gain more strength. He used it against Metis, after which Ina kissed him and regained her sword from Metis. Erica lent her kiss, and Metis could no longer shield himself. Athena regained herself and gave Godou the last kiss. The kiss was strong enough to defeat Metis. The stars showed all over the world again. The starless night had ended, and everything became normal. Athena got back her powers and disappeared into the snake form. A month after, Ina, Erica, Yuri, and Liliana visited Godou on the pretense of coming to take care of him. Shizuka shouted because she was tired of the girls' trouble. Thank you for watching the recap. I do hope you enjoyed the 2 parts. Kindly remember to subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post the next recap. See you next time.